Yo guys, what's good? What's happening and what's going on? Apparently last night we had a snowstorm. Check out my truck. Look at my truck. But it's freaking warm out right now. Somebody's just rocking a single stage snowblower over there, just friggin' ripping her up. End of the driveway looks like shit, but I should be able to clear it with the truck. Like, I don't see any problems. And the roads are bare. The reason why I'm showing you this is because today is the day I tackle a project that I have no idea how the frig I'm gonna do it. It's probably gonna be a fumble because, well, that's usually what happens with my projects. However, what I do need is I need a measuring tape. I think it's on top of the fridge. I think I left it up there. Do I have a measuring tape in here? Do I? Maybe when I go to Canadian Tire to buy the wood glue, I'm gonna buy like 5 measuring tapes and strategically place them all around the house because I can never seem to find them when I need them. And then when I don't need them, I'll find myself fidgeting with one that I randomly found. Oh, there's one. Something else I want to do though is check the door downstairs with measuring tape just to see if the top and bottom are coming in on themselves. Because there might be a there's probably a structural integrity problem with this house. But yeah, it'd be nice to get the nitty gritty on that. But right now I'm just doing some troubleshooting with a friend. And yeah. Last night I played some Rust and had a bit of an issue with the microphone. So since I moved it over here, it's facing the right direction. Basically, you want your mouth in front of this Blue Yeti, but I need to bring it down a bit more because it wasn't picking up my audio. So if I'm sitting down, right now it's blocking the monitor. So I need to bring it up just a tad without crap. If I'm sitting here, I can bring it down to about there and it doesn't interfere with the screen. I can still see the screen. Down a little bit more. Still see the screen. All right, I just stuffed Cow up there. Pretty sweet, right? Cow's watching over me while I play Rust. Yep. I've been friggin' procrastinating and stuff far too long. Probably because, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I have no idea how I'm gonna tackle this project. I'm just gonna give her a try. Basically what the project is, I'm gonna get this vacuum out of the way here. This door of mine completely fell apart. And judging by the way, like it should be sitting like this, but for some reason it doesn't. So I need to take this door off. There's a hinge here, and a hinge down here. And I'm assuming it's either Robinson screws? Robinson screws. So it's Robinson screws to take it all off. I know the cat's been going in there because I caught her jumping out and knocking a bunch of the slats out. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking the door off, reattaching the slats, because as you can see here, they got little sockets for them. But because the door did this, it broke and all the slats fell out. But I know there was some slats down below that were loose. She got through them. When she jumped back out, I guess her tail caught it because I heard a whole bunch fall out at once. And I came downstairs and she was pawing at one of them. And she usually does that. If something breaks or something falls, she'll go over and paw at it to see if it's actually still alive, because that's what cats do. But for some reason, I don't understand how this happened. This door is so old. Like, I should just measure the door frame and see if I can buy a new door. They probably don't make doors for this. Worst case scenario, the door comes off and I just have a hole leading into an abyss. So either way we win. Either way we win. So for Project Derelict door, I need to get my hands on some wood glue or some form of adhesive. All I have here is UV reactant stuff. Like, what the hell do you call it? Not JB Weld. Oh, I got the hiccups now. This is awesome. UV reactant, freaking, who cares? 2-part epoxy, that's what it is. UV reactant epoxy, or I got super glue. Neither one of those will do the job. I need a wood glue. I do have some big clamps in the garage, so once I do get everything seated, I can pinch it together and let it sit. I'm just not sure exactly how I'm gonna work on it because I don't have a table or anything to put it on. And my garage is off limits until this spring becomes spring and I can get the car out of there. Oh well, let me get my jacket on. We'll head off to Canadian Tire. Watching the neighbor attempt to snowblow his driveway with a single stage. Oh, he just nearly died. Thank God I was hanging onto the door because it's still slick as shit ice there. But no, I was watching him try and clean his driveway with a single stage snowblower, and it was so heavy that he was just picking it up and dropping it on the ground right in front of the snowblower. So that didn't work out. I'm not even going to care about the driveway. Let's just go to Canadian Tire. But first, let's clean the snow off the truck. I know it's weird, right? I'm already at Canadian Tire and I'm driving home. I don't know what the hell happened a while ago, guys. It's just full of friggin' problems today. I recorded a drive here, but when I stopped the recording, I got a notification that the recording was corrupted, and I don't understand as to why. So we're gonna try it again. We're gonna record on our way home. So I got some professional carpenter's glue. They say it's good for putting together like wooden shelves and wooden cabinets and other wooden things. So I'm assuming a wooden closet door should also fit the bill. You know what? I'm gonna go to Sobeys real quick because I kind of want some, kind of want a chicken. And Sobeys, I find, is the cheapest place for rotisserie chicken. Independent's 13 bucks. Walmart, it's 13 bucks. For some reason, Sobeys, 10 bucks. However, you got chicken wings here, and holy, do you ever pay. It's like 9 chicken wings for 20 bucks. Like, what the frick, bud? What the actual frick? So, I figure we'll come over here, we'll grab some chicken. Why is there a barricade set up? What the hell's going on? Friggin' speed bumps are no match for the F-150. I'll just chuck it over here. Yeah, I bought a table from Canadian Tire, one of those 6-foot folding tables. They're on sale for $49.99, regular $69.99. So I figured, you know what? I've always wanted one. Let's get one. So I did. Okay, I'll be back. Let's see if this actually recorded. All right, food has been acquired. I also bought some Monster energy drinks because, well, you know me. They say they'll kill you. I'm still alive. I guess the only thing I can do is try again. Okay, that was a bad joke. I do apologize. I don't know, I've been drinking Monster energy drink now for a good part of my life, and the only thing it's done to me was made me want more. It's funny though, like you look at Canadian beer versus American beer, and the Canadian variants are usually stronger. Like there's a higher alcohol content. But then you look at Canadian energy drinks versus American energy drinks, and it's the complete bipolar opposite. Like when Jake Paul's or Logan Paul, when the Paul brothers freaking Prime energy drink came to Canada, it was pulled off the shelves being too high in caffeine because it exceeded the 180 milligram limit of Canadian energy drinks based on our federal laws for like consumption. Same with Reign energy drink. I believe Reign in the US pushes like 300 milligrams of caffeine, where ours up here is 180 milligrams. And it's so dumb, like on the can it even says, only consume 1/2 of the can. Well, the can's not resealable, so you're not about to drink half the can and put it in the fridge. It's gonna go flat, and it's gonna be pretty frickin' gross. So yeah, no, I'm a chug-a-lug the whole freaking can and deal with the repercussions. But then you got people like me who buy a 4-pack and drink them all in one night and then go to bed right after because caffeine no longer affects us. Good old Maslac, place I went to get all the supplies to clean up Dirty Bird. That's another project I want to do this year, is I want to clean up the paint on Dirty Bird. I'm just not sure how I'm going to tackle it. And I had full intentions when we lost the snow the first time and I could see my lawn, to pull the boat out of the boat garage, put it on the front lawn as for sale. But I don't know. I'm still humming and hawing about it because I own it, right? It's not like it's a payment plan or anything. It's like I own the boat. It's mine. Cash in, done deal. I own the boat. But at the second, on another thought, it's one of those, how often will I use it? Do I want to go through the hassle of bringing it down and launching it? And then the hassle of having to pull it out of the water. Like, the boat launches in North Bay are pretty hectic. That person totally was supposed to go, but they just didn't. Oh, hey, Two-Wheel Warrior, look ahead. There's a giant ski hill over there. Wouldn't it be cool if I went down it on my bike? Every friggin' time. This shop's still open, the engraving shop? Wow. It's funny how there's like, in North Bay, I don't know about your location, but in North Bay, there's like random shops located in residential areas. Like that engraving shop, and then just down the road from me, there's like a little strip mall with shit in there. I never see anybody in there, but then all of a sudden you just see the lot's packed. So I don't know what the frig's going on there, but something. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, guys. I bought a folding table. I think I did mention it on my drive over to Sobeys. It's a 4 or 6 foot folding table. I can't remember now. I think it's a 4-footer. I figured this will be easier to work on the closet with, the closet door. I can get it off the ground instead of being on my knees working on it. I can stand up and glue in all the slats and get everything aligned and clamp it while it's in the air. This also gives me a table. Like, it's not just for this project, right? I'm thinking like summer camping. I can leave it in the truck and then like throw it underneath the bed or something. And then if I'm somewhere and I'm like, oh man, I wish I had a table, I can just pull out this table, unfold the legs, and boom shakalaka, I have a table. I can process fish on it. I can eat on it, like whatever. Depending on how high it sits, it might even fit in the back. Like if I decide the bed I have is no good and just decide to throw the cot back there, I could throw this table in the back of the truck with the cot and have like the cot to sit on and sleep on and the table to put stuff on. Make like a little mini home. But it folds down pretty small. Like I got it sitting in the passenger seat right now and it's fine. So we can use that for camping this summer. I was kind of hoping to get out camping one of the weekends coming up, but Jesus Murphy, the weather flip-flops harder than a trout out of water. So like, it's so freaking hard to plan anything. But like I said, it's gonna be like cold, cold, snow, 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 cold, snow, snow, boom, 27 degrees. And then 2 days after that, mosquito. That's welcome to Canada. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. So anyway, I'm almost home. But yeah, yesterday we got a lot of snow, but honestly, I could care less. It's gonna melt. It's gonna melt. I had no problems pulling out of the driveway today, so I don't even care about the snow at the end of the driveway. Should I shovel it? Probably. Am I going to? Hard no. I want to get started on this project. It's currently 1:30 in the afternoon, and yeah, I want to get this thing all glued up and decide if I'm keeping the door or if I'm just going to toss it and go doorless down there until I come up with another solution. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you when we're at home. So yeah, that's the table I bought. Like I said, 49 bucks, regular 69 bucks. It's a 4-footer. The legs are adjustable. I got them at max extension, but you can pretty much have this table sit lower than that squat bench or that bench press bench. And this is the glue, Lepage, Colle à Bois Pro, Colle de Menuisier, grande adhérence initiale, parfait pour le cabinet et les meubles. Or for you English speakers, Pro Carpenter's Glue, high initial tack, great for cabinets and furniture. Unlike our current acting Prime Minister, I can speak French. Alrighty guys, I've been procrastinating. It's what I do best. It's a skill set, whatever. Anyway, let's get after this door and see if there's anything we can do to salvage it. Once again, let's just pretend there's no promises because that's the best I can offer you. I need to find where I put my box of drill bits. I think it's down here. I don't think I brought it out to the garage. Thought I put it up there. It's not upstairs. It's not over here with the DeWalt battery charger. I don't know if the Robinson bit I have is going to work for what I need to do. The last time I used that bit set was down here to hang the Ryobi battery charger for the pushy sucky. All right, well, I'm going to see if I can get that door off. I'm going to move the Lepage glue down here and see about taking some screws out of the wall. Wish me luck. I wasn't going to record this, but in all honesty, everything just fell apart. Like, here's the handle for the door. That just fell off. The whole thing just literally came apart the moment I took out one screw. So this could be really funny. Now, normally you grab the door to support it, but I don't know where to grab it from. Oh. All right, here is what's left of my solid door. Literally held together with luck. Still falling apart. I need to move you guys down here. Holy, what a mess. So yeah, there's all the slats. There's the door knob. The last living incandescent bulb in history. Still works. I don't use it very often. Apparently some contact cement. That's cool. What the hell's back there? I never go into this closet. Turn this back on. Got some Guitar Hero guitars back there. A guitar amp. God knows what. Another Guitar Hero guitar. That's the original for the computer. Got some drumsticks in here for Guitar Hero. Large 6-burner liners. Oh yeah. Oh, really big suitcase thing. I never go in here because I never have to. And there's the new piping for my furnace. And there is one of those ancient freaking pencil sharpeners of all locations to put it. Well, if I ever need to sharpen a pencil, I just got to walk through the minefield of junk. And apparently an old fuse. There's nothing in here that uses those fuses. So what the hell? There's even some fuses sitting on top of this, my garage fuse box. So this is the furnace. That's the power outlet to the garage. That wire there goes down underneath the house, underneath the ground, into the garage. So if I flick that switch down, it kills the power in the garage. Cool. Anyway, enough meddling around. I got to figure out what the frig I'm going to do with this. What a mess. All right, so here's my plan. I'm going to disconnect every single one of these slats, take one side completely off, put it off to the side, glue in each one of these slats back in on one side, and then try and guide this slat over top of it. It's not going to work out the way I want, but it's the only idea I have. There's no way I can film this. I don't have a tripod down here, do I? I don't think I have enough battery power in this camera to film it, because this might take a while. Let me see what I got upstairs for a tripod. I don't have one down here, do I? Because that might make life. I know I got one in the garage. That requires me to go out there and get it. But yeah, we're gonna get this straightened out right now. The cat's all interested because the closet door is wide open and she can go in there. She can't really do anything. I don't care if she goes in there. I thought I had a tripod down here. All right, let me locate a tripod and I'll be with you in a moment. All right, guys, this is about as good as I can get for the tripod. It's a custom-made Dollarama jobby. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that initial plan of just removing all of these slats from the one side and then gluing them into the other side. So we'll take this stick, put it out of the way. Willing to bet the cat comes along and knocks that over, so we'll just lay it down over there. Now, for this thing, this has the hinges. So let's go ahead, keeping all my screws together. Did I get all the screws? There should be 9 of you. There should be 9, I only have 5. Where the frick are the other ones? Well, there's none in... Okay, well, that's interesting. Took out, I have 5 screws in here. There was 9 screws total. And I don't know where the hell the other screws went. Because as I was taking them out, I was oh, never mind. One of them fell on the ground. One of them fell on the ground. All right, I'm gonna grab all these slats here. Should have bought a wider table. So I wanted this to stay upright, but that's not gonna happen unless I had a clamp. But I don't. So I guess we'll just work on it on its side. Now, I'll just pick up these slats as I need them. I'm gonna take you off. So this is the headpiece. It's got like a dovetail on it, dovetail and a slat, which is in there good. All right, do I gotta cut this open or what's the dice? There's no cutter on it. All right, I'll be back, I need scissors. All right, the glue is open. So, I don't know how the frig I'm gonna do this. Is there a way I can prop this up and support it? I could use a clamp. Where do I have clamps? Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run out to the garage and grab a clamp. Hey guys, I'm in the garage. I'm just checking the mic to see if it's still recording. Just got in here. The microphone's still showing it's connected, so that's pretty cool. We'll see how long this lasts. Getting around the Trans Am. Moving a bag of aluminum that needs to be smelted. Now, where'd those really big clamps go? Not sure if this will be enough. Probably not. Actually, this will work. Where's another one? This will give me legs. Guys, I have an idea. It's probably scuffed, but I have an idea. This will work. Friggin' microphone still shows that it's connected. That's crazy. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, boys. I'm really impressed. I don't know how it's gonna work in post, but as far as I could tell the whole time I was in the garage, my microphone was being picked up. All right, so here's my battle plan. Whether it works or not, that's another story. I'm gonna make like a tripod leg system for this so that it stays up on its own. So I'm just gonna flip you over like yo, clamp you on like yo, and this clamp will not grab onto it because between the thickness of the table, this won't work. So, and she wants to roll over, and I want it upright like this so I can really put the glue into the holes. Because judging by the construction of this thing, it looks like it was never glued. It was just held together through force and sheer luck. I don't want to play that game. I want to fix this and be done with it for a while. How can I support that upright with what I have in this room, which by the way is not very much. Let's just widen the base. Being double wide, will you now stand up on your own? Yes. Are you cattywampus? Hard yes. Does it matter? Probably not. But it'll stand up on its own accord. ignore that. It'll stand up on its own accord, so we can start installing pieces into the one side, let it dry, and then try for the other side. I'm really gonna lay the glue to this. All right, this might be a multi-day project because I don't know how long that glue takes to set. I should have bought the 10-minute stuff, the quick dry. I'm just gonna pull all these things out. Now hopefully I have enough of these, otherwise I guess I'll leave some out. As long as it's uniform and looks like a door and holds together. That's all that matters, right? All right, let's get more of these things in. Now I have a feeling what I'm doing right now is the easy part. Basically building the one side. The hard part is going to be building the other side, trying to get that other piece of wood to match up with all these segments. Not to mention, how the frig am I going to glue that in? Like, just looking at the way this is setting up top here, it doesn't look too promising. As far as the glue oozing out the bottom, I really don't care. This is either going to work or go into the fire pit. One of the two options. Well, it's starting to look like a door again. Well, we're a quarter of the way there. Right. I'm not sure about that center segment, so I'm just going to bang all these in first. This is scuffed. So scuffed, boys. A lot of you are probably saying what I'm thinking. Just take a measurement of the door and see if I can buy a new one. Where would the fun be in that? Sometimes it's fun to take on projects that are going to fail. Oh, well, worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out, at least I got a pretty dope table out of the deal. Mind you, I could have got this table anyway, but even if I do get this all glued up and working, still going to be the challenge of rehanging it, because I noticed some problems with the where the hinges were bolted in. So we may have to come up with another solution for that. All right, we're pretty much halfway there. I don't know if this stuff is going to dry clear or if it's going to dry looking like bird poop or what the dice is, but it's a fine looking fence, but it's not a door. All right, so you are going to go on like that. Yeah, I need another clamp to hold this together to give it more rigidity. Because it wants to go for a ride right now. Okay. I'm going to run up to the garage, grab another clamp. One bigger than this, about the size of that. Hopefully that doesn't fall and break. Or the cat go through it. One of the two. At least I don't need a jacket. It's like friggin' 3 degrees out right now. Yeah, guys, if you can still hear me, I just walked into the garage again. Coming around the corner from the Trans Am. Theoretically, if you can still hear me while I'm talking right now, and you're a content creator, you should probably be investing in the DJI transmitter too for your content creation, because let me tell you, this is pretty dope. I'm not even in the same freaking building. Last time I was at my parents' house, Dad gave me some pretty big clamps. I'll bring these in the house and I'll put them to work. He gave them to me for my fishing lures, but right now it's too damn cold to be even considering that. Once it warms up, I might start pouring some more and getting ready for London time fishing. So yeah, I got these clamps here. My dad gave me these big dirty clamps. He asked me if I could use them, and I'm like, dude, that'd be perfect for fishing. He's like, what the hell do you need clamps for fishing? I said, well, not really for fishing, but for making fishing lures. Then I explained to him how I clamped the molds together, but the clamps I have right now are kind of jank. And the smaller clamps he gave me are perfect for when you want to put a scale pattern on a fish. You can use the clamps to hold the screen material tight, and you're good to go. Line that up like that, line that up like that. Some of these are crooked. Hopefully these just fall into place instead of falling all over the place. So once again, I don't know how long this glue takes to set up. I've never used carpenter's glue or wood glue or anything like this product before. We might be okay. Everything looks somewhat good, but as good as a door from 1922 can look. I don't know if that's the actual age of the door, guys. I'm just somebody out there. My grandpa used to make those doors back in 1976. All right, cool. Right on. Don't show them this video. Like looking at the ends of these pieces of wood, there's no evidence of any sort of adhesive being used. Now, either A, there was adhesive, yeah, there's no form. So either A, there was adhesive used, but throughout the years, it just depreciated so bad that it's gone. Or B, literally this is squished to fit, and it was just being held together through gravity. See, this all happened, that door started failing last year when I got the furnace replaced. It was when the furnace guys were here, they had to get into the closet and they couldn't get the door open. And the thing with this door was you had to lift it to open it. And I'm thinking they lifted on it a little bit too hard and it broke the press fit. And rather than telling me about it, they just, you know, didn't care because they're just in here to install a furnace, and if they break stuff, then whatever. And I caught it way too late, mind you. If I would have brought it up to their admin team, been like, yeah, well, you know, your guys are here and they broke my freaking closet door, they probably would have came up with a reason why it doesn't matter. It's probably gonna break anyway. You do live in an old house. All right. Gonna put a bad review on Yelp, bud. Gonna put a bad Yelp review out there. Your Yelp's gonna see it. This door is old. Everything in this house is old. Tomorrow I gotta be up bright and early, so I'm probably gonna finish the door tomorrow. I'm gonna let it sit like this tonight. Well, not like this. I'm gonna finish putting the shit in it, but I'm going to let it sit upright, let the glue set and cure, all that shit. And then tomorrow we'll put the other side on. So that'll probably be on a different video because I'm filming this like a daily vlog. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned to see if I fixed it or if it's too scuffed to be fixed. Guys want to place bets? Leave a comment if you think that what I'm doing right now is going to work or if it's going to fail. Leave a comment. Comment on my work. Go ahead. Roast me. Tell me I should not be into carpentry. But honestly, does this qualify as carpentry, guys? I'm literally just squirting glue into a hole and stabbing slats into it. But let me know in the comments below what your predictions will be of the next video. Will my idea work or will it fumble so freaking hard that the cringe-o-meter hits 10,000, if the cringe-o-meter was a thing? Oh, that's where that went. Been looking for that. Well, this is a problem. Wondering where this went. It's my headlamp for when I went into the abyss to change out the filter for the furnace. Put that there. 19 by 16, I believe, is what my furnace filter is. Oh, somebody else out there, snow blowing their driveway. Not me, though. I'll use 4x4 before I fire up the snowblower. It's got just enough gas in it for 2 more runs, and I'm saving those 2 runs for an absolute emergency. +5 outside right now. With the sun, I'll let Mother Nature clean up her mess. Maybe there was adhesive on this. I don't know. Like, it feels like there's a weird finish on the end of it. See, that's one thing with me is I don't care about how something looks. I don't care about decorations in a room or flowers or bright lights, or I'm a guy where if something works, I don't bother modifying. I don't bother changing it. Function for me is good enough. I don't need to impress anybody. I don't need to have a big, beautiful house that looks like a freaking mansion so people think I make too much money and start questioning what I'm doing and blah, 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 all that other bullshit. I don't need that. Draw the least amount of attention to what you do. And if you do make a lot of money, that's like my buddy Joe and I would always talk about that. Like, if I won the lottery, would I start wearing suits every day? Let me tell you, the answer, hard no. Hard no. I would dress the exact same way I do now. I'd probably even continue driving the Firebird in the summer and the Ford in the winter. Except for I wouldn't be up here in the winter. Well, I don't know. I'd probably buy a vacation home in the Dominican or something. Mexico. I really like Mexico. It was a good vacation. Thinking about going back, guys. I just gotta take some time off, go to Sudbury, get my passport dealt with. I'm thinking about doing a solo vacation to like Mexico again. Go to a resort, see if I can charter some saltwater fishing or something. I'm telling you one thing, on that trip I will be drinking. Do some vlogging, meet some people, have a good time. Be nice to go with a group of friends, but I don't really hang out with too many people nowadays. Like, I'm hanging out with some friends next weekend. We're gonna play Cards Against Humanity, have a good time, snacks, and just have a chill night of being completely vulgar. If you've ever played Cards Against Humanity, you know what's gonna happen. I keep it rated PG for the videos because YouTube wants it that way. When Cards Against Humanity happens, let me tell you, rated R superstar. All right, I got a problem. I have 6 more spots, 3 more slats. Did any fall over here? Okay, 6 more spots. Oh, you gotta be shitting me right now. Well, good news, it frickin' held together. Bad news, fell over. All right, you know what? Screw it. Everybody who commented that this is gonna work, you're now going back and changing your response to scuffed. For the love of Chipotle. Why did that happen? Hey, did you guys get hit? You guys good? Just checking in on you. All right, well, I'm just gonna jam these in from the side then. Honestly, I should have done it like this the whole time, laying it on its side. Like this works out so much better. I just figured with gravity feeding it, there's one more back. I only found 5 guys, but that's because the 6th one is actually attached to this. So we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, there's no more pieces of wood over here. None that I can see. One didn't slip in here somewhere. Hello, McFly. All right, guess we're doing it the old-fashioned way. It's like making friggin' peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We just squeeze the mayonnaise onto it. You know what? I might finish this job today. We might be able to do it. I might just let it set up, go upstairs, edit up the content, check on it in an hour. I'm gonna read this bottle real quick and just see how long it takes for this shit to do what it's gotta do. Now this here just goes in the bottom. I am missing a slat. Frick sakes. Where the hell did it go? Well, shit. 1 slat. I was expecting to be missing a lot more. We might have to borrow one from an area of the door because it's an important slat. All right, well, screw it. We won't be able to put the bottom piece in right away. We're gonna have to wait till we put the other side on before we even consider the bottom door. So, the problem I'm having right now is the doorknob on the door, because that's where doorknobs usually are, is hitting the table, pushing up. So I need to flip this thing over and hopefully not destroy it in the process. Brand new table. Luckily it should clean. All right, cool. Well, this is where we stand. Half a door. You're looking at it from the top down. The bottom's over here. So it's all back together, minus 1 slat that I just can't find for the life of me. Let me show you why we can't put the bottom in, just so you get an idea. As you can see, it's got these little dovetails on the end that just kind of slide into the grooves here from the bottom. You just slide it in and lock it in place. But because it's missing a slat, that kind of angle grooves into there. That, my friends, is a bit of a problem. However, the solution is to do exactly what I'm about to do and not give a shit, even though I am still giving a little bit of a shit, by looking around and just checking to see if it's anywhere, but it doesn't seem to be. So the next step is we're gonna let that sit and cure. It looks like it's going already. Like, the pieces of wood are in there and they're not moving. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna go upstairs, charge the camera, have some Monster Energy drink, and then we'll come back down. Actually, I can just leave this down here because I'm gonna need it again. Why am I bringing the screws with me for the door? I'll just leave those down here too. Hopefully the cat doesn't knock them over. All right, we'll go back down after. This is gonna be a long vlog, guys. I'm sorry, but maybe you're here for that, so we'll get that door up and running. But still, comment. You think it's gonna be scuffed? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, it's scuffed. It's so scuffed. I came down about an hour ago and tried my best to fit it, and it will not go. And when you look at the side, you should see why. None of the ends line up. This, I have no idea how to fix, except for maybe to get a long piece of wood that is the length of the door to sit it underneath so that everything sits on it evenly and it forces it straight because that's the only idea I have to get this to work. Now, do I want to meddle with this too much longer? I don't think so. The reason being, I took the dimensions of the door. The door is 18 inches wide by 77 inches long? Where'd that measuring tape go? I had it, and then I lost it. And then, fridge. Remember that one time I made a short saying that? Shorts, man. It's more for entertainment. It's more than entertainment. It's a way of life. But if I sit you guys down there, I believe it was 77 inches long. Yeah, just a little bit over 77 inches. So it's 18 wide by 77 long. Now, Home Depot for like 60 bucks sells an 18 wide by 80 inches long. I could just knock an inch and a half off the top and bottom and it would fit that slot. So I don't really see the point in losing my mind. Oh yeah, you doing roly-polies there, bud? Fish out of water? Yeah, fish out of water? I got your tail. I got your tail. I got your tail. You're such a potato cat. I don't see the point in messing with this anymore. So this is basically going to be kindling. Frigate, like old door, garbage. I was thinking also like maybe of putting a piece of wood in the center. Kind of like using like the outer frame as a frame, getting a piece of plywood, putting it in the center, and then putting this on the side. And then instead of having the stupid blind setup, it would be a solid piece of wood, which could be good. But then I was like, I don't know. I might just replace the damn door completely and call it a day. Because 60 bucks for a simple door, it's way better than spending 30 bucks for a piece of plywood for a project that might, or Jesus, why did that go off? That might or might not work, you know? So if you commented it's going to be scuffed, you know me too well. Obviously, I'm not a carpenter. I never claimed to be one. I just figured I would tackle this project and see if I can make it work. As far as the slats go that are in there, like, they're in there. I can pick this up and move it around and stuff, but as far as, like, I don't know if you're able to see that. Some are sticking out more than others, and it's all frigging just completely wampus. So I just think, you know what? We'll get a new door. Screw it. And go from there. So this door here, I'm just going to put it on the back patio. And once the weather cooperates and we can have a fire, it's going to be reduced to ashes. I'll take off these hinges so I can reuse them because those are still good. But as far as the door goes, I'm freaking done with this project. So I have no idea why it got stuck. I'm thinking what happened was, I'm looking down here and it looks like this bellowed out. I thought the floor was bellowing out or like the wall was caving in, but I can't see any stress fractures on the wall. So I'm pretty sure what happened. Oh, the little mouth face. Oh, the mouth face wants the attention. Oh, the boo-boos. I'm pretty sure what happened was, well, number one, the hinges weren't strapped right to the wall. And you can see where the hinges were going in. I don't know if you can see how it's separating from the seam because Buddy did such a great job of attaching the hinges. He literally put the screws right between this piece of wood and the trim itself. Like, so over time it just fumbled. But no, I'll just get a new door and chop it down to size. But that probably won't happen right away. That'll probably happen later on when I have access to my garage so I can knock an inch and a half off the top and bottom and make it fit. So, really? Oh yeah, that's cool. Cool story, bro. All right, well, I tried my best. Theoretically, it would have worked if I did it properly, but I couldn't, so yeah, I'm just gonna remove those hinges. Now I'll take those hinges off right now. I'll be back. The other reason why I said this was installed by a complete idiot. You remember how I said the screws that were holding it to the wall were Robinson? And the screws that are holding it to the actual freaking door are flat. Why do people use different head types all the freaking time? It's like the one doorknob I had to do. One freaking screw was Phillips and the other one was Robinson, and I'm like, they don't even make Robinson bits for doors, or they don't even make Robinson screws. So he literally used another screw to attach it because he probably lost one. Like, what the shit, man? Alrighty guys, I got everything pretty much put back to where it was. Got the table out of here, the door out of here, and I'm gonna pretty much call it there. I gotta bring these clamps back out in the garage, but I'll do that another day because I don't feel like doing it tonight. Anyway, tomorrow guys, I gotta go to the tax guy to find out just how bent over I'm gonna get and how much money I gotta give the Canada Revenue Agency before the end of April. That's right, it is tax time here in Canada. And I have a bad feeling that due to raises and such, that I might be in that bracket where tax returns are no longer a return. Tax refunds are now a thing of the past. Now it is I need to start thinking like a Mark Carney and learn how to make money and not pay taxes. I guess I could just invest and move all my gains into Bermuda, but I like spending money, so that's a problem. Anyway guys, tomorrow, take a rip to the tax man. Not sure what we're gonna do after that. I'm just gonna pitter patter, have at her, figure it out from there. And until next time guys, as always, like, comment, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know the table was table was pretty dope. The door was scuffed. And at some point, we'll get a new door put on there. I'm not in no rush. I could care less. Like I say, I'm all about function versus looks, which is why the door that I plan on getting is gonna be a functional door. Zero frigs about how beautiful it is. It just has to work. But honestly, I really don't care at the same point. Until next time guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.